Hiya! Today I'd like to unbox something. It's another package from Jackson's. I thought they had a really nice sale on sketchbooks that I wanted to get anyway, so I used that. I should probably say, just in case you're new here and you don't know who I am, that I'm Weirdly the Best, or Kama. I record these videos weekly. It's either like testing out some new materials, I should probably put that knife down, testing out new materials, or sketchbook tours, or drawing with me, so you can kind of learn something along the way. And yeah, I'm going to unbox it now. I'm just too impatient. Spoilers. Okay, let's get to it. I just noticed this and I'm kind of tempted to enter this competition or prize, just because I kind of fall into one of those categories. So I'm a printmaker and I'm kind of curious to, I probably won't get it, but it's nice to submit from time to time just to get into the habit of getting rejections. Rejections are good because they will happen to everyone. So yeah, I'm quite curious. I might give it a go. But yeah, if you're interested, check out the website. Okay. I mean, this is already spoiled. So I'll start with these. These are Royal Talents sketchbooks, art creations, and they all have 80 sheets, and I never pronounce this correctly, so excuse my English. Yeah, I just really wanted to give the smaller ones a go. I just finished the big one, which if you look in my history, and I also try and, if I remember, I'll link to it, but if not, you can remind me in the comments and I'll share it with you. And there's a flip through, so I've finished this very recently, where I was able, because it's an affordable sketchbook, and because it doesn't feel very precious. It's not like the most art, like it's not professional paper. It's quite good. It handles water alright, but it's not like for finished pieces. So I kind of felt like I could play and experiment in it a lot more. One thing that is maybe not for everyone, and I'm definitely going to buy different versions of the sketchbook, but it's slightly off-white. It's called Natural White, but yeah, otherwise it's a great sketchbook, and I really like the freedom of it, and it was such a nice feeling to finish it. Great. So now I have 3 of those. I don't know if I'll theme them. I know people do like colors, and they only use certain color and they fill in a lot of pages a day. I don't know yet. Give me a shout what you think I could do with these sketchbooks, but I'm definitely looking forward to kind of feeling less if I have 3, and they were really cheap. They were on sale as well, so they were only like less than £4 each, which for a sketchbook is pretty impressive, especially if you think 80 sheets or 160 pages. It's quite a lot of pages for what you pay. So yeah, I can't wait to give them a go. I don't know how the small ones will work for me. This one is sort of less supply heavy and more kind of essentials, things that I run out of or I am in need of. I kind of think, I can't remember which one's which. I mean, I can't guess which one's which, so let's start here. They're always very well packed, so like I've never had anything being packed in a way that it kind of fell apart or anything, so that's good. I always love it about Jackson's art. I got a Posca in beige, and this is a chisel tip, so I'm a little bit inspired by I forgot the name. Katie Moody from her YouTube. She uses this as a first layer, and I'm not very good with layering my media, so I got this one. I couldn't get the other colors, or I didn't like the other colors, so yeah, I can't wait to try it. It's just a chisel tip. I'm not going to open it right now, but I might swatch it. I think I should probably swatch them. We have a travel palette, so you can take it with you for plein air painting in this way. It's kind of a little bit smaller than I expected, but it's good because I wanted a travel palette anyway. I like a small size that I can just drop into my bag. And it's got metal in here, so you can put your paint pans in here, and then they won't fall around, like, you know, they won't be moving around. And I have some, what's it called? I literally just said the word, but anyway, I have stuff that I can stick to these empty pans. And yeah, it's a first step of me organizing myself. I might get a bigger one soon, just to put all of my paint pans in something. So yeah, this is fun. This is kind of nice where you go out and you're less likely to drop it. I think that's for it. Like, you know, you can do it with the phone as well. You can get one of these grips. Anyway, I'm rambling. Can you tell I'm not having the best day? But I thought this is kind of making my day, so it's good. I have a lot of neck pain right now and started physio. And that's my microwave timer. Okay, yeah, I got these 3. I've got lots more kind of already filled with paint, but I wanted a few spares just so that I can put new stuff in there. And this one. And then I got Roman Szmal. I kind of really like this paint because it's Polish. I believe it's made in Poland. Yeah, it's even Akwarela Artystyczna, that's Polish. And it's made in Krakow, which is great. I love buying like Polish supplies occasionally. Or local supplies, if, you know, they're made by an English person and in England, basically. So yeah, this will be fun. That's an interesting. I never got Roman Szmal with like a swatch, which is great. I can like stick it somewhere so that I know what this is. Maybe like on the bottom. Cool. I am getting very rambly. I hope it doesn't come through that too much. That I'm, you know, kind of tired with my neck. You know how you start physio and things get worse before they get better? I'm on that stage. So I've been in pain for months now. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it really. Cool. See what I said about... Oh, what is that? Focus. See what I said about how well they packed? Nothing ever got damaged in transit for me. That makes sense. You wouldn't want that going everywhere. I got a white Ecoline. My autofocus has gone completely out of whack, but anyway. I got Ecoline in white, and I got... This was supposed to be very pastel. It doesn't look very pastel, so I'm kind of slightly worried about this one, because it says pastel. So hopefully it is going to be light enough, but if not, I have white to kind of mute it down. Cool. These are like liquid watercolors. They're very, very concentrated, so you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way, but also you can use them incoming. You can use them to refill these marker pens. So, you know, you only need to buy the marker pens once. Focus. And then you can keep buying, or not even buying. A little goes a really long way. Because I was refilling a couple. I was refilling these 2 yesterday. You basically take off the tip, remove this with some pincers, and pour some ink onto the sponge inside. Katie Moody gave me this idea because I have a lot of like, I won a pack of these pens on Instagram and they're all very saturated. And I used to love saturated colors, but I didn't really know how to use them, and I prefer pastel, so you can mix them, which is really interesting. So you can like add white. If you've used up enough of ink inside, then you can add some new ink into it and like alter the colors. So that will be interesting. Anyway, I'll show you this one because I've changed the color in it slightly with some black. I think that's it. I don't think there was anything else. So let's clean that up. And we can, what's it called? Swatch out a few things. Okay. I think this sketchbook will be fun to use it in. I'll have to find a new page. I have a couple prepared pages, pre-painted pages. And then there's only a few pages left and we'll be ready for another sketchbook tour because I like working in a lot of different sketchbooks. It's just sometimes I just don't feel a certain sketchbook and I move around different ones. So right now I'm working in at least like 4. Okay, let's try it. I'll take out the green just to compare them side by side, just so you can see what I mean by altering the colors. This one I used a lot for my lettering, which I started in 2017, I believe, or 2016. It's been a few years ago now. I did a 500-day project where I did lettering for 500 days every day. I mixed them up, so I don't know which one's which, but it will be very clear very soon. And I'm going to zoom in. Please excuse all the technical difficulties because lifing is hard right now. But also we're in England, so not much sun. So this is the altered color. I took out the sponge and I used some black ink from Ecoline. I don't know if it's okay to mix it with different types of ink, different brands of ink. Personally, I wouldn't, just because I would be a bit scared, unless I had like a pen I didn't really care about, like a color or something. So this is the original color. It's a bit different, right? I don't know what happened to the autofocus, but it's not working anymore. There you go. That's that. That's the Ecoline. Okay. I don't think I can really swatch this white one, but I will do this pastel. What's it called? Oh, I don't know. So I have this from a set of 5 primary colors and a black. I've got this green one. So I wanted to compare the regular green and a pastel one. I guess they're kind of from packaging, they look a bit different. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how they compare and whether they're really true. This one is really true pastel. So let's try that. We can start with this. What color was this? 600. And this one is 600 plus 700. You can buy these Ecolines as separate pots, or you can buy them as sets if you want to save yourself some money, but then you end up with colors you maybe not necessarily need. Okay. Gonna take out my brush. Oh, damaged it by putting a cover on it. Keeps happening. I don't have any water, so I'll have to use 2 different brushes, I think. Let me check on focus. Yeah. So these come with pipettes so that you can like move the paints onto paint palettes and you can mix them, mix and match and so on. You can even use a pipette if you have wet on wet technique. If you have like wet water on page and want to drop in some color, you can do that too. It creates some really wonderful effects. So number 600 is it's pretty much exactly the ink in the pen, in this pen. They're identical. And then I'll use a new brush. Let me store this away. I have a little paintbrush holder. I made it from clay at the workshop. It's not the most beautiful one, but it works, so it fulfills its purpose. Okay, another brush. I'm not going to test this one because, although I could maybe drop it on here, but it will dissolve because when you layer them on top of each other, they will dissolve previous layers, so I don't know if it's worth it, really. So here's the pipette is different. We've changed the design, it seems. Hopefully there's no other color left over on this brush. Ooh. It just looks like a watered down version of this. It's not very pastel, is it? Oh well. I wanted to try it, so there it is. I was looking for a pastel colored ink and someone suggested why not try Ecoline, so I got one. I didn't risk too much. I wanted to try it for drawing with. Not sure if it's not too thin for drawing with, but we'll see. We shall see. Maybe a bit hard to use with a nib. Okay. It's not that much to swatch for you, but let's try this one. These Posca pens are a bit expensive. They're acrylic marker pens, and while they're put my hand in the paint. While they're a bit expensive, I think they're worth it. And what I did when I was learning to do when I was learning to do lettering, I was collecting them, so I would buy 1 or 2 a month, so that way a few pounds a month wasn't really, hurting the pocket so much. But over the time I collected quite a few colors this way, and it was like a nice treat every now and then. So these you have to pump. So this is I feel like this is going really badly. Hopefully you will not mind it too much. But yeah, this is the tip, and usually what you have to do with Posca pens is, I think it protects them during transport probably. You need to pump it, and then the paint will start coming through. Sometimes there will be too much paint coming through, so you need to be a little bit careful if you don't want to make a mess. But let's do it. It can take a while, so bear with me. It's got like something inside that when you shake it, it mixes the paint. I'm not really sure what it does, but that's normal with Posca. And this particular one is PC 8K. It's a chisel shape and it's 8mm wide. Don't know why it's not coming through yet. I'm only worried that it will suddenly make a massive blob on this page. Oh, it's starting to work now. This is very normal with this kind of pen. Yeah, it's just a beige. Nice beige paint. it's acrylic paint, so as opposed to these are water soluble. So if I drop some water on this, it would pick up some of the paint. This is because it's acrylic, it doesn't. Once it dries, that's it. It's, you know, quite stable on the page. So it's great for backgrounds, because if you lay down an acrylic paint as the background, you might not be able to layer things like this on, but mixed media in general, you won't pick up the paint with the new layers and so on. I'm curious about how gouache would layer on top of this. Okay. Oh, that's a real swatch. It's an actual paint, not a print, which is great because you can, I guess if you go in the shop, you can actually see what you're buying. It's a beautiful color. And lavender seems to be like one of the basic colors that are needed if you're painting with watercolor. So it was in my basket for quite a while, but I think it's good to have essentials, and then, you know, anything nice you don't really need to have could wait to be bought later. Let's grab another brush. Oh, I really need water, so I'll grab the water and be back. Okay, for you not much time has passed, but I've just grabbed some water, and that reminded me I needed to drink, so I also hydrated myself. Don't forget about hydration. Okay, let's try this. Let's try wet on wet. Wet on wet means you put down some water on the page and then you put wet paint on top of wet water. But also, oh, actually I should tell you about this. To start off working with paints each time, it's good to drop a little bit of water into the pan and then wait a bit, and that will kind of activate the pigments and you will be able to paint with it a bit better, or easier rather. Okay. It just makes, you know, easier. It's easier to pick up the paint. So let's do dry, wet on dry. This is really lovely. I kind of recognize that they used like this pigment that's also in white paint often. I might be wrong. I'll check it in a second. And wet on wet. Ooh, beautiful. It's like a bit granulating. Cool. That's lavender. I've seen it used, as in, I haven't seen it used. I've seen a tutorial, watercolor tutorial on Domestika, and this was a recommended color to get when you were, you know, if you're beginning to paint with watercolors. So I thought, you know, it's a good starting point. I have a fair few now, but yeah, I don't have lavender yet. To me, it looks more blue than lavender, but hey, what do I know? Okay, I think that's everything that I wanted to show you today. Let me think. I don't think there's anything else. I'm just as a small business update. I'm just about to mark up, as in like put the prices up for some of my products. I'm restocking with my stockist shop. It's a small cafe, independent vegan chocolate cafe, and yeah, I'm going there tomorrow just to kind of add a few of my products in. I'm going to bring some zines. So these diary comics and Making Bad Days Better positive zines. And I don't know if these sold yet, because I didn't get the updates. Excuse me. I didn't get the update yet, so and I'm running low. I only have like 3 left, so I'll need to restock this, but I'm going to bring one. So yeah, this will be my job for tomorrow. I'm going to bring some prints and yeah, other things, but I'm not going to bore you to death with these. That will be it. I think if I record short videos like this, I might release them during the week, and then my usual videos will be on Sundays. I kind of feel like this is a mistake and I'll regret it, because it's impossible to keep recording all the time. I have a job as well as this side business, it's, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I also do Patreon and stuff and social media, like, you know, you have to nowadays. But yeah, oh yeah, I mentioned Patreon. You can join my Patreon with some, you can join it for free. You can join it with some digital rewards or and updates and kind of sketchbook dumps, exclusive videos as well. Or you can join physical tiers. Every month I make a postcard print and sticker. Sometimes I make more, so for the last few months I've been making extras. And this month it's this small package if you're on both tiers. So there's a print, a postcard sized print with some, keep it safe, with kind of sketches on the back and a swatch floral pattern kind of thing on the front. I've asked my Patreons what they wanted and that's it. I feel like I'm talking way too much about it, so I'll speed up. And I made 2 stickers, so this like palette swatch kind of thing and a Frogo. And for this month I kind of experimented with with a supplier of stickers or printing them myself, and I have to say mine are more vibrant, so I'll stick to my own printing facility. Cool, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me. It helps other people find this video. You can subscribe and follow the channel. You can hit the bell button so that you get notified. Yep. Have a lovely day, artsy. And until next time, bye!